democracy more because you're rich. You can literally just run this country.
All right, welcome to the stage, Gary. How are you? Happy Saturday to you.
Same to you. Thank you.
Thank you. People in the chat say where are these sources coming from. I think if you were listening. Go ahead, Doctor.
I mean, there's a documentary that was produced about the family, and it's literally called The Family. You can watch that. You can read. There's a book.
You can read.
I'm gonna go on mute and look for the book, but there's a book about the organization, the development of the National Prayer Breakfast, and how that comes out of several organizations, but primarily the organization, the family, and how it is tied to this idea of these certain people being the elect who should influence and impact national policy. But I'm going to look for the title up.
You could also read Tallahassee's new book, The Message. He touches on a couple of paragraphs of that introduction too.
I know I just came in. I think I've grasped what the conversation is going. I'd like to add in. As far as 2025, what little I did read, and also just kind of on an observing side of things, as the gentleman has said, or someone has said about money, it seems to me that 2025 is about money, trying to get back to where maybe it was before Donald Trump came on into the presidency, and a lot of things were exposed. And then when Elon came in, even more was exposed as to, you can see how much money played, even if you go back to Bush and, presidents before him. It was always kind of hidden. We kind of knew it, but let's say they control the board a lot better. Then President Obama comes in, President Trump comes in, you got Elon coming in, and then you remember when they made it saying, hey, listen, corporate is people too. Was one of those little things like money was really running things. You can kind of see these patterns. Some of the things we already knew. But I think with Elon coming to the forefront and you're seeing them battle it out a little bit, that's what used to happen in the background. And I think they're trying to course correct it with the people who have always been influencing a lot of our political, I would say, path for this country. A lot is being exposed. That's my take on 2022, what the gentleman said, and that course correcting of trying to get stuff back behind the curtains. If you're thinking the Wizard of Oz, they're trying to get back behind the curtain. But I think it's for some of us, we've seen quite a bit to kind of realize.
I wonder, did people ever think about how or what part they played in this? Because as you're speaking and you're saying it, I'm thinking like, we asked for this because we want all this information all the time. Want to know this, want to know that. Gossip in here, gossip in there, right? And I think it's just created us knowing something that is causing damage, which is creating these people coming out of the, dark and exposing themselves like, okay, well, shoot, let me go ahead and do what I got to do. It's crazy right now. I would have never thought the House and the Senate would have passed such a bill to change the way we do life.
Really, First Lady? You really thought that?
I thought what?
That you really did. Like, it's almost like the story of America is really about myth-making. And the sad part about it, and I think Dr. A.G. had brought things up earlier in her talking, is like, people actually believed a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that people would ever even think that the country was better than what it was. Like, what? And especially when they write it down and tell you that they're going to do it this way. And it's like, why do people not believe him when they say the first time? Like Maya Angelou said, no, when they tell you who they are, believe it. Right? Like they know they're going to do. They've been doing projects since 1981. But people, for whatever reason, choose to believe something different. And it's like, what, really?
I would have to agree with you big time. The writing's been on the wall for a long time. But they have a good way of having us look at the other side.
But the,
Like, you know,
but you're kind of
And it
cut
comes
me
from
off.
party lines, too.
Yeah, listen, no. See, because I don't want us to scapegoat our parts that we play in this. Because until we can get ourselves right, it's hard to keep pointing the finger at them. And I'm not saying them meaning, MAGAs. I'm just talking about people in general.
Oh, you're absolutely right about that. People
Yeah.
voted for this. People crying right now. Like, what you thought was going to happen in November? When the brown lady told you what was going to happen and you choose to. I thought it was for, I saw a Hispanic lady. She crying. You were supposed
But
to
that's
take
not
those
the
people,
question.
not me.
That's not the question First Lady asked, though. Maybe you need to ask it again for.
I don't even know which one at this point, Doctor. The one you and I was vibing off of was, Doctor had just given us some information, and I looked it up. So the family, I saw one on Netflix. Is that the one you're talking about, or is it like one on YouTube? The family.
I was in the chat. Yeah, it was on Netflix.
Okay, all right. It's a season.
Yeah, and it was a series, a series of shows. I think it may have been like 6 episodes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Because I looked it up. So we were
from
talking.
the member, and it was like a guy who was in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it called The Family?
Yes.
Okay.
I looked it up. And I said the family. So she was given a concept as to why people. Because my question was like, why do people think like this? Like what's going on? And she was explaining how, because of their success, their finances, that they believe, I guess, that they're the chosen one, so to speak, is what I got from that part. And there was something else. That if in fact, you're poor and you don't, if you can't figure it out so far as in the weather or whatever, then you just don't deserve to be here, I guess, or to live. I don't know. Doctor, I'm sinking. Can you help right there?
Well, I mean, yeah, in the extreme, and somebody mentioned eugenics before, and that's where, eugenics sort of intersects with this. It's not a necessary component of it, but it intersects, yeah. I mean, it's the Darwinian thing of the survival of the fittest. This is why the dinosaurs don't exist anymore, right? There's a reason why they don't exist, and why all of these other, now this animal species is facing extinction, right? So they just took those scientific principles and applied them to humans and social evolution, as it were.
Wow. And that's in this family thing.
No. So the family. So what I was using an example of the family to say that I believe that they're an offshoot of this idea, and for them it's connected to God, right? That God has chosen certain people, but social Darwinism is not necessarily Christian, but Christians, you can see it in certain sort of Christian organizations, and then that's why I mentioned the family, because their idea is that they really are, special and chosen
Right.
to rule. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. So, and then so when somebody is thinking like that, and you begin to follow, that's the reason why I think it's really important for people to stop trying to follow other people's footsteps. creating your own footsteps, maybe learning from somebody and saying, okay, so this is the.
I have nothing against Trump at this moment. I'm over it. He's in office. Like he's kind of following the tangent that I've predicted. When Trump started to run, his